Hello and welcome to Daily Pour. This is Chris Musgrove, and we're talking about bringing your supply. We're in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 through 27, and it's talking about the body. There's many members. There's one body. We're all baptized into the body through the Spirit of God, and there's many members. And we looked at verse 20, and it was there, it says, or verse 21 says, "And the eye cannot say to the hand, I have no need of you, nor again the head to the feet, I have no need of you." I want to talk about this just for real briefly. I knew if I got into this, it's going to take a little time, but I want you to understand that's comparison, and comparison is horrible. And I've seen so much damage done with comparison, especially with teenagers. We do youth ministry, and you see, especially now with the advent of social media, because everybody's comparing themselves with what another person does, and it's not even realistic. Let's just talk about that for a minute. I like to say comparison is the thief of joy. People lose their joy, and the Bible says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. When you lose your joy, I say you lose your bucket. The Bible says in Isaiah 12:3 that we draw from the wells of salvation with joy. So joy is like a bucket. If you don't have a bucket, you can't draw from the well. And the well of salvation is healing, deliverance, peace, freedom, long life, everything that belongs to you that God's provided. Well, it's the thief of joy, comparison. It leads to an unhealthy cycle of feelings, like inadequacy, anxiety, jealousy. I mean, you can think of all the emotions that come with comparison. And I'm preaching to myself. I remember early on in ministry, and even now, you'll see, well, why is that guy so successful? Why is he such a great preacher? How come how come he's got 5 books? Well, because he wrote 5 books. You know what I mean? Why? So you're judging somebody, and you know everything bad about you. You know how you are in the private life. You know, man, I didn't treat my wife good last night. Well, you don't know that minister may be beating his wife. You know, he's got 5 books, but he beats his wife. So you understand what I'm saying? You're comparing all the things that you know about with somebody that is so-called perfect on paper. And I'm not saying they're not perfect, or maybe there's issues. We all got issues, I promise you. And in fact, the negative effects of comparison are, first is there's several things, but one of them, it's unfair because you're comparing everything you know about yourself with something that you just see on paper or on social media. You don't know. The funny thing is I've seen people on social media, and then when I met them, they weren't nothing like what they were on social media, because you're seeing the best. You're not going to post your ugly picture with you just woke up and you got scales in your eyes and your hair sticking up. You know what I mean? So there's no makeup. They're perfect pictures. So you don't have to be picture perfect. Anyway, you're comparing yourself with someone's highest and best, and you're down here with, you had your worst day and you're comparing it with their best day. So comparison's not fair. And another thing about comparison, it drains you of self-worth. It is you're looking at people, and maybe it leads to feelings of low self-esteem and inferiority. You're looking upward at how great these people are. It makes you feel down. Listen, you know what the Bible says? Rejoice with those. Hey, I'm so excited for you. How about encouraging somebody? Maybe they just establish themselves. I always hear people are down on what they're not up on. And if you don't know the whole story, you don't know how they got there. And you should be thankful. You should be helping them get there. But we want to say, well, I wish I was there. Well, how about you help somebody get somewhere, and maybe you'll get somewhere. It creates a false superiority, because if you're looking downward on somebody, then you think, well, look where I am compared to where they are. Yeah, you don't know what happened to them. You don't know what they're going through. And you may be going through the same thing next week. So now you got this false security of looking down on somebody that went through something, and it's really not coming from a place of genuine self-worth. If you're genuine about your self-worth, then you want to help pull those people up, not, well, they're lower than me. Well, how about pick them up to where you are? The next thing is it fosters inaction. Comparison will cause you to be inactive. And this is good stuff. And I don't want to. If I get into this one, we'll be here for a while. We'll look at this again next time. God bless you. Thank you.